Many movies and TV shows want us to believe that the first kiss is when you truly know if the person is your soulmate and is your love forever. In reality, that's not really the case. In fact, the first kiss can be extremely awkward and it can be, well, mentally or emotional scarring if done extremely incorrectly. So here are a few tips to help make the first kiss for you and your partner more enjoyable. Coming up right after this.
Bravo, the boys are natural.
Hey everybody, I'm Taylor from Beard vs. Geek, where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. Today we are talking about dating and relationships, and an important part of any dating process is the first kiss. Although the first kiss is not the time to know if this person is your true love, it is a good time to know if someone is interested and exactly how they are compatible to you. The first kiss needs to be extremely respectful. Just grabbing somebody and kissing them is not a good way to go. It is no longer the 1950s. And even then, if you did that in the 1950s, you're gonna get smacked. Yes, the first kiss should be passionate and romantic, but it should also be extremely respectful. Remember, dating is not about a one-night stand, it's about a relationship. And although physical components in a relationship are very important, the most important thing is respect and open communication. So on that note, let's talk about what the first kiss would be like. Now, setting the tone of the first kiss is primarily about setting the location. A lot of people are not comfortable with public displays of affection, so planning the first kiss to happen on the jumbotron of a sports match is not a good idea. In reality, the first kiss should be in a somewhat private environment, not totally private. Especially as a man kissing a woman, having it in a totally private place with no one around at all can come off as not just creepy, but landing in jail. Therefore, good places to have a first kiss are locations where it is fairly private, but if something were to go horribly wrong, help is just a scream away. The classic example of having the kiss on the front doorstep is a fairly good place to actually have it. Yes, it is private enough, especially if it's dark, so that you have a little bit of privacy, you aren't displaying it to the entire world. But if something were to go horribly wrong, help is just a scream away. Now that you have set the location, now it's time to set a little romance.
As morning hues of sun-swept fire caress your passion face, alone with thee, a pure desire to worship untold grace. My soul would cry in silent prayer toward hours swept apart. Your essence warms the evening air as I dance into your heart.
Shakespeare.
Aramis.
Cheating.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Although reciting a bit of poetry can be effective, really what is really effective is being open and honest. And speaking in a tone that is not harsh, and a very gentle voice, one that really calms down, and you're slowing down enough to really speak and to really sound rather smooth and rather melodic is a great way to set a tone and to make people feel really comfortable around you. Another part is making eye contact. Eyes are extremely important to making connections with other human beings. If you start talking at your shoes, or talking at the light fixture, or talking way over here, you are not going to make a connection with that person. However, by looking them in the eyes, you make that connection with the other person. Granted, you don't want to stare them down. This isn't a contest. However, you don't want to shy away from looking them in the eyes at all. You can look for them in the eyes for a couple of seconds, glance away, and come back. Previously, while you've been dating this person, you want to break the touch barrier. The touch barrier is basically when you touch the person for the first time, you are breaking that barrier. A lot of people do not like being touched, especially by someone of the opposite sex. So previously, if you break that touch barrier, the first kiss would go a lot smoother. By holding their hand or helping them out of the car or by going dancing is a great way to break that touch barrier in a nice, comfortable manner. If you are breaking the touch barrier on the first kiss, it might not go so well. So try to break it earlier in the evening or on a previous date. A good part about the first kiss is to not force it. And a good way to not forcing it is showing respect and in fact by asking if you can kiss them. Although you do not see this in really any movies whatsoever, actually asking somebody if you may kiss them can be a very sweet thing to do, and you know if they'll actually want to do it or not. If you do that in a gentle tone in the right location, and if you are receiving good signals that the date went well, that they are interested in you, then most likely they will say yes. If the date did not go well, if they are not into you, don't bother asking. Don't even try for the first kiss. Have a hug, shake hands, walk away, try again some other day. Now, once you have the first kiss, a big concern of a lot of people is, what do you do with these? I mean, come on, what do you do with them? First off, don't put them in any location where they should not be. But where is that? You should not put them in your pockets. You should not fold your arms. You should not put them in her pockets. You should not put them on bathing suit areas of the other person. The first kiss is about respect and making a connection. You don't want to sully that up by being a little too gropey. That is how you get your face slapped and possibly spend some time in jail. Therefore, good locations to put your hands are the mid and upper part of the person's back, an arm, maybe the side of the head, if you brush the hair out of another person's face, as you see in a lot of movies. However, that can be rather risky and a really invasion of privacy. Finally, when you are kissing them, make sure that it is not for an overly long amount of time. We're talking about a first kiss, not the first makeout session. A first kiss does need to be respectful, therefore, no tongue, especially at the beginning. Maybe if the person is really getting into it, a little bit at the end, but that is all. It is about keeping it short and passionate, not about having it turn into a long makeout session. Some important things to remember is to make sure that you are kissable, make sure that you have good personal hygiene, that your breath does not stink of garlic, and that your lips are not super chapped. Both of those things can really turn a person off. Let me know what tips I forgot in the comment section down below, and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Great videos are coming out every week where I show you it is okay to be a man and a geek at the same time. You can click right here for some more dating advice, or you can click right here for some more manliness and geekiness. Because after all, if the women don't find you manly, they should at least find you geeky. And until next time, beard on, bro.